Hello, love. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jennifer Laurel Keller. I'm an acrylic and mixed media artist and instructor, but what I really do is help people connect to their soul through nature and art. In today's video, I wanted to talk about why you should not support the arts. Ooh. As I discuss this topic, I'm going to be working on an abstract painting. This painting takes a couple turns. I want you to just follow along and look for when the painting kind of started going off course and when I started correcting it. So that's just a little something for you to keep in mind as I dive into this topic. We've been told so many times to support the arts, support the arts. I have worked in the arts for a long time, and I have said this many times myself when I was working for organizations that were doing different types of fundraisers or just trying to get people on board to attend an event. And I think that people have the best of intentions. When friends go to a friend's art opening or open mic, they might say, I'm going to go to your show and support your art. Or like at a fundraiser, it's like bid on this piece and support the arts in your community. But I want you to think about what the word support brings to mind. So when I think of support, I think of something that cannot stand up on its own. So sick people need support. Upset people need support. Injured people need support. Babies need support. If you support somebody financially, they're a dependent on your taxes. And I believe this brings about a self-fulfilling prophecy. By insisting that we have to support the arts, we've planted a seed in the collective consciousness that the arts are weak. And then the public hears it, artists hear it, and collectors hear it, students hear it, and it brings about this whole idea that artists are starving and poor and not really part of society, and that all of society needs to jump on this big bandwagon to help us poor artists out. So by this point, the seed that has been planted has grown into a fully grown vine that has choked out the beliefs of so many of us. Artists are full of doubt about their work. Parents advise their children to go into real lines of work because the arts are for dreamers and drifters. Universities don't even teach their art students business skills because what's the point? They don't even teach the business skills because they might not even understand the business skills as art instructors, which is a whole other topic, which maybe I'll get into later on a different video. But left and right, people expect artists to work for free. Every artist alive has heard the old song and dance. I'm supporting you by giving you visibility. And there's a whole group of businesses and organizations that feed on artists, giving them support by giving them visibility, but really the arts are supporting the business who claims they're supporting. It's like a little convoluted. And the arts help to reveal the local flavor and character of a community. They uplift our spirits. Murals make our neighborhoods safer and more beautiful. Art offers healing and self-expression. It connects with us on an emotional level, and it allows you to take home a little piece of your fabulous vacation. The arts add style and insight into our lives. Art often leads the way for scientific advancements. It's only called science fiction until somebody actually figures out how to make it real. So I want you to really consider this. And I'm going to use like a metaphor of throwing someone a party. Okay, so which party would you rather attend? Party number 1 or party number 2? Party number 1 is there's a host and they're going to throw themselves a party, but they're kind of like, oh, if you don't come, I'd be really upset and I'm worried no one's going to show up. So come out and support me. Oh, and would you mind bringing the food and doing the decorations? I shouldn't have to spend any money on my birthday and I don't want to stain my dress. And everyone there will be so impressed by your cooking and it will give you a lot of exposure. And then maybe they'll hire you for other parties. Okay, so that's party number 1. Party number 2, here's the invitation. The host says, I am throwing a huge bash. Everyone's coming. There's going to be great food and dessert. And I'd love it if you would come because you're such a great person to be around. I'm decorating the house and all you have to bring is a smile. I just want to celebrate you. Okay? So one is taking and guilting people into coming to their party. And the other is making someone a guest of honor. They're doing the work. They're celebrating this person. So the person is the art or the arts community or an artist. Somebody who is bringing joy to the world. So when we talk about supporting the arts in this guilt-driven way, like, oh, if you don't do this, the arts are going to die or something like that. But instead, I would really say that we need to celebrate the arts, not support the arts. You know, as an artist, I am no longer asking for your supportive handouts. It's time to celebrate the arts. Artists have been working hard and they bring value to society and they deserve it. So let's celebrate the arts. I also want to mention that the way society is structured around the arts is not as relevant as it used to be. Artists have the capability to put their services out there and get celebrated directly through sales, online, or meeting someone who wants to check out their art, doing licensing, publishing, doing illustrations, photography. You know, there are so many ways to make money as an artist, but I do think there are outdated ways of making money as an artist as well. And when those outdated ways are losing a foothold, they ask artists for free artwork in exchange for visibility so that the old ways of doing things can stay alive. So I guess that's a second part to this conversation. I'm really curious what you think about it because I am personally stepping away from some of the more traditional ways of selling artwork. One of the ways is out in the field, in nature, by places where people are walking and out in the world. And I go out and I take my easel and I make art in nature and I get way more people asking me about it. Another way is to do it online through social media. So I just want to say that the artists and, the art community needs to be celebrated because they offer so much to our lives. And think about the opportunities that you cross out there in the world. Are you having to spend money to participate in the arts as somebody who's producing? In no other industry will you need to pay money to play or to, get a job. You wouldn't have to pay money unless you need a degree, but you don't really pay to apply for a job. You don't really pay as a professional in your field, as a leader in your field, as someone who people will look to as a beacon and who's producing goods. you might have to pay for a space and your overhead and things like that, but we're doing that anyway as artists. We have to pay for materials and a studio or some space to be working in and our materials and supplies. So that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about paying for opportunities. And the world is handing us this shtick that we have to pay for opportunities, and it's just not true. And so next time you have to pay, think twice about whether it's going to be worth it. And think twice about when somebody claims to be supporting you as an artist, because they should be celebrating you. And if they feel like celebrating you as an artist, they can buy your work. They can buy your painting. Or they can share your information with their community because they love you so much that they're going to pass on your information. So, interesting stuff. I want to know in the comments, have the arts added value to your life? Has a piece of art moved you to tears? Have you used an invention lately that began as an abstract artistic idea? Does studying other painters and musicians and poets inspire you to want to make art yourself? And how does it add value to your life? So I don't know about you, but celebrating sounds much more fun than supporting. So stop guilting people into getting involved. It's all about how you spin it. Let's stop the pity party and shift our mindset, because we might just see a shift in our reality. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button. It's easy and oh so fast, and it will cost you nothing. And if you enjoy my channel and would like to help it grow, think of a friend who enjoys fine art and share it with them so I can spread the creative love and continue to make these videos. My paintings are in my online shop, and you'll find the link below. And if you'd like to make more art, I have classes by the dozens. They're all up on Skillshare with step-by-step instructions. So that's it for today. Thanks a million for watching. I'm sending you much love and wish you happy creating.